Oh, boy.
To be a gangster, damn, it feels good to be a motherfucking gangster. And it feels good to be a gangster. A real gangster ass nigga plays his cards right. A real gangster ass nigga never runs his fucking mouth. Cause real gangster ass niggas don't start fights. And niggas always got a high cap, showing all his boys how it shine. But real gangsta ass niggas don't flex guts. Cause real gangsta ass niggas know they got. And everything's cool in the mind of a gangster. Cause gangsta ass niggas think he fuck 365, 24/7. Cause real gangsta ass niggas don't sleep. And all I gotta say to you gonna be gangsters. Is when the fight dies down, what the fuck you gonna do? Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Oh yeah, oh, it feels good, oh, so good. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. It feels good to be a gangster, to be a gangster, to gangster, to be a gangster. Damn, it feels good. To be a gangster, to be a gangster. Damn, it feels good to be a motherfucking gangster. Damn, it feels good to be a motherfucking gangster. Damn, it feels good to be a motherfucking gangster. To be a gangster, to be a gangster. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. To be a gangster, to be a gangster. To be a gangster, to be a gangster. Damn, it feels good. To be a gangster, to be a gangster, to be a gangster, to be a motherfucking gangster. Oh, 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 it feels good. Oh, so good. It feels good. Oh, so motherfucking good. Oh, and it feels good to be a gangster. It feels good to be a gangster. To be a gangster. To be stuff. To be a gangster.
Oh, yeah. Pew, 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 pew. We are live. How's everybody doing today? Good, I hope. Yeah, I got some green screen issues. Don't judge me. We all got our problems. I said I'm getting the green screen. I did. It's not quite where it needs to be, but hey, it's power slap time. Oh yeah. Thank you so much for coming. We always appreciate you. This is your Too Fast Tuesday update. We're going to be dropping a little bit of knowledge about tomorrow's show. So, what I want to bring up here is just the quick teaser from episode 2 of the season 3 Road to the Title, brought to you by the Power Slap team themselves. And let's check this out. And then we'll go on from there because I got some more tasty, hot.
To the title. You touch me, I'm gonna headbutt you in the fucking face.
Whoa!
With Trash Smack Talkers Brandon Hurt and Stevie Ray Ellis looking to back up their bark.
That's Brandon Hurt and Stevie Ray Ellis talking that good shit. You know what I mean? It's like,
Shut up!
but what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready for this fight to go down because
I'm gonna come.
I've been waiting. Ladies and gentlemen, pew, 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 pew. What's up, y'all? We are back and we are live. Super excited to have a very special guest here. My man, I see him walking away from the camera. What are you doing? Oh my God. He had me waiting a little while. What you just got a treat, what you were just treated to was not only damn it feels good to be a gangster R&B soul style. I do love the R&B throwback AI stuff. I think it's killer right now. You know what I mean? I'm grooving on it. You know what I mean? It's a little. No, it's not that. It's way better. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage right about now. Hope you're doing good. Hope you had a good weekend. Anyway, what we were watching is there's a new show called Power Slap Time. It's mainly on Rumble. You can also catch it on YouTube. You can also catch it on Facebook from time to time. Definitely Twitter, X as well. Make sure you tune into that for all of your Power Slap needs. But enough about that, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to the stage now, a man from all over the place, but mainly Memphis. He's in the Oklahoma area now. He's killing it. All kinds of fun stuff going on, all kinds of controversy. Can't wait to get into it with him, dial it in, figure out a lot more about it. I'm very much excited about that. Let's see here. Check. We're going to make sure I'm coming in okay. Going to let my producer let me know. Guys, let us know. Drop it in the chat how we're doing. And ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, come onto the stage. Give a big warm welcome to the living legend himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. JU JU RASHAD.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? God, that's a lot of good. That's a lot of pea shooters going on right there.
Look at my African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm the GOAT. I've always been the GOAT. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man?
Great. Oh man, I am chilling, man. Just happy to have you on. You know, I normally don't go on late. I like the late night vibe. You know what I mean? It's a little more relaxed, a little more chill. You know what I mean? I've had more THC in my system, so yeah, that kind of thing there. How are you, man? How has your day been? What are you up to?
Oh man, it's been an eventful day. It's been an eventful day. I just got out of work probably an hour ago. Apparently I almost got to a baby knife fight for those who watch Deadpool and Wolverine. Dude tried to stab me over a washer and dry. I was like, okay, I don't even want this shit no more.
Today?
Yeah, today.
What? Okay, you got to wait.
Yeah.
All right, you got to tell what the hell. A dude tried to stab you over a washer and dryer. What the hell's going on?
Man,
okay,
look,
wait. So,
look,
were you trying to buy it and then he wanted to buy it? Were you trying to sell it and he wasn't giving you weren't giving him the deal? What is going on here?
No, so apparently I work at Rental Center, so
Okay.
we got repo people furniture. So he was staying in his girlfriend's house, and it's like his washer and dryer. This is the funny part about it. It's his girlfriend's washer and dryer.
So he literally, so last week we went over her house and she tried to tell us she wasn't her, but she forgot that we take pictures of her ID before you make an account run a center. So we sent a note back saying we know it's you. It's in your file. We know it's you. So we go back today. Dude literally opened the door, was like, she don't stay here no more. It's like, yes, she do. We literally see her car right here. Her car is sitting in the driveway. We're not stupid. He was like, well, you get the fuck away from my door. Then pulled his knife out. I'm like, oh, you can have a baby knife fight over washer and dryer. And think about it, I kind of realized at that point, I was like, maybe we shouldn't come back for the washer and dryer. Because the fact we probably can't even get to the house at this point. Because
Let
like
it
even
go,
if they
man.
deal us in the house, we can't get in there because it looked like an episode of Hoarders in that house. So I was like, yeah, we didn't even come back for this one.
And correct me if I'm wrong, man, but if you're trying to stab people behind a washer and dryer, you've got bigger problems. You know what I mean? Just
You
let the
do.
washer and dryer go, right? So, wow,
I
good
knew something
Lord.
was wrong. I knew something was wrong when they left a 24-pack of Coca-Cola sitting outside. I was like, this is a whole good box of Coke. They ain't been open. I almost took that as a payment instead. I was like, you know what? I'll
Yeah,
take some
man,
Coke.
quickly. You know what I mean? So that was for the dope man. That's, I'll leave you the Coke outside. You know what I mean? And then you leave me the Coke. You know what I mean? It's Coke for Coke. It's an exchange. Who would
It's
do
crazy. They're
that?
not cokeheads. They're heroin addicts. They like meth. They like methamphetamine. I
That
seen
is
her
fair.
legs. She got a lot of dark spots on her legs. I'm like, yeah, this is like some needle pushing type.
That's
I was
some
like, what? But she expect that.
Speaking of real shit, you're from Memphis. Is that correct?
Yes, that is very correct. That
All
is
right,
very
man.
correct.
And there's some real shit going down in Memphis, man. That's what I'm saying. It's the real, it's hard out here for a pimp is out of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what
Man,
I
I
know.
don't know. Memphis, they call it Afghanistan now. Like it's got bad. It went from little Chicago to Afghanistan. I said, damn, we don't went from a city war to a country war.
And that's way
It's a
worse.
city like Memphis. You said what?
Wow. I said, and that's way worse. A country
Damn.
war scenario. So tell me about Memphis, man. What what you like about it, what brought you out here? Let the folks know.
Oh man, I love Memphis dearly. Like Memphis will always be my home, forever be my home. But one reason I actually say I love Memphis because the city was starting to fall under. Like the city's starting to get the Detroit street. I'm gonna say that. Like politicians don't give a fuck. School systems failing. Like the new superintendent they just got down there. Like she cut so many fucking teacher jobs and staff positions. Like the school system is fucked down there now. It's like and then me having kids, I'm like, I cannot bring my kids up in the city like this because I know I was almost in the streets at one point in time. I was in the streets. I was just not in there no more. But it's just like, at one point in time, I was in the streets. I want to put my kids through that because that shit hard. That shit hard. Especially when you got to look over your back every 5 seconds.
Agreed. Yeah, man. That's
But
no way to live, man. Sorry, go ahead.
I was say, if you go back to like, I say probably before 2009, thanks Obama. But if you go back to like 2009, it's like this, like 2009 early, like the city had an amusement park, had malls, like this was a nice place. Still getting rampant as hell, but we actually had shit to do, so you didn't see that much of it. But now it's like you ain't got shit to do. Everybody want to be a thug now.
Man, and honestly, I blame a lot of that on COVID. It's a game changer, and the problem is it got to be so much one side, the other side, this and that with it. And no one really is just looking at the truth of it, which is there's a lot of jobs that are just gone. There are a lot of opportunities that just aren't there anymore in America for folks. And everybody's struggling. Shit just costs more. It's heavy, and so places, I mean, back in the day, it was like, okay, there were neighborhoods you didn't go into. You know what I mean? Oak Cliff in Dallas. Unless you know somebody, don't go there. South Detroit, unless you know somebody, probably don't go there. West Memphis. You know what I mean? If you don't know somebody, probably don't go there, right? So this was known, but now it's like, and it still was the hood, but it was what it was. And now it's like, that's the whole world. You know what I mean? Like everywhere, everybody's struggling. And you got these Tulsa comedians acting like they big. I don't know what's going on with all that. So, speaking of Tulsa comedians and big things, man, want to be at the Blue Whale Comedy Festival.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on that. You know what? The same motherfuckers
hey, look, as a
big
professional, I'm giving you a shot. Wait, watch. We're gonna try this again. So, speaking of doing big things in Tulsa, JU JU RASHAD, you're gonna be playing the Blue Whale Comedy Festival. A festival known for having comedy in Tulsa. I'm sorry, dude. I'll stop. Anyway, tell us about your illustrious 5 minutes. What's funny is you screenshotted the thing, and boy, they feel them saying feeling themselves. You know what I mean? We've had many submissions to our illustrious festival, and while the sweat from our balls leaves a slimy trail, all comics follow to hope and dreams. And get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit. Anyway, congratulations, though. I'm happy for you, man. So.
I appreciate it, but honestly, the only reason I posted it because I honestly don't give a damn about the festival because of the showcase I'm on. It's really to me, it's like a charity showcase because it's basically putting all Oklahoma comics in one fucking like 3 different showcases across the weekend. And then they're not even good times. Cause like my showcase is on a fucking Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Who the fuck is gonna get out the house on a Thursday at 9 o'clock?
Comedy festival enjoyers.
Man, look. And think about it, the only reason I posted it because the fact some motherfuckers in the city actually made a T-shirt about me saying I didn't make it to the Blue Whale Comedy Festival. The union, I'm looking at y'all. Y'all need to get y'all shit together. Cause first of all, I'm not a Jew and I made it in Blue Whale Comedy Festival. Like,
Yeah,
but
but I mean,
that's a person problem.
yeah, they gotta get their equal opportunity action in there. They can't, Anyway, look, here's the thing that I know, man. Couple people attached to that festival I love dearly. I think are great people. Couple of people attached to that festival I think are trash people. It's just that simple. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
It's the game itself. Like you're gonna have trash people, you're gonna have the good people. Like you just got pick who you want to bully with.
I agree. So I gotta no, you did a show last weekend, and you said maybe it didn't go so well. Tell us the story. We gotta know.
What I do last weekend? Did I do Nez last weekend?
Man, if somebody's a Facebook follower, they don't talk to you that much. You're talking about like,
Man,
I want to quit comedy after last, which we all go through. But I love that you're at that point, and I can get you on a show. We can talk about it. It's beautiful. So, because I'm old,
yeah.
like we don't care anymore. You know, I'm like an old hook. It doesn't do whatever you want to me as long as $75 is on the dresser. I don't feel anything anymore. I'm just numb, raw. Just, just bring lube and leave $75 and do what you got to do. I got a kid to feed. So,
I
as
mean,
somebody who's been screwed every which way but loose, up and down, you know what I mean, in comedy, like Joe and me, we're just old hats at it, so, but for you to still care, it's beautiful. I love to see light in someone's eyes still. Oh, it's beautiful. So anyway, what happened, man? You had a show? Did it go well? Did it not go well? What happened?
Okay, so last show I remember did last weekend was Nez. The show, it was cool. But like it was cool at first, but then I was like, it was one of those shows where everybody in the audience is drunk and they tune out as soon as you got one bad joke.
Yeah.
So it's like once the first bad joke, it's just they don't pay attention to the rest of it. And it wasn't just me. It was pretty much all the comics that whole night. We had our first hot 5 minutes, then once the 5 minutes over, boom, now they don't even like us no more.
Wow. Oh, speaking of people, man, there's somebody by the initials of LM, right? White comic by the initials of LM, who you've specifically called out by name on your Facebook. Is this like love roast or is this real hate? I'm because I can't figure it out quite, man. Like as a follower, I'm like, is there real drama here or is this love? And they're just, back and forth in it.
As a wrestling fan, I'm gonna keep kayfabe alive.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Good.
Fuck Landry Miller.
Yeah, there you go.
Now we on the same page.
Yeah, well, hey man, look, anybody can say any name they want on my show. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad about it. So
yeah, so as a wrestling fan, I'm gonna keep kayfabe alive. I'm gonna say fuck Landry Miller, fuck the beer pong, fuck the Crash Brothers, fuck what they got going on, cause we the last call. And the reason we the last call, cause we the last call motherfuckers make when they need somebody actually good on their show.
bam, wow, fair enough. That's fair enough. See, you got all kinds of friends, man. You said you were like the most hated comic in Tulsa. I don't see that, man. You're funny as hell. Super impressed. Did a show with you. Wasn't even expecting you to be there. I'm glad Joe encouraged us to put you on. I was like, this kid has talent. You're a great dude. You're like, man, people hate me. I'm like, how do people hate you, dude? How does anyone hate you?
Man, so think about it. To me, comedy is way more than just being funny. It's like actually having a structure within the community and like just keeping comedy the free flowing art that it is. And the reason a lot of people hate me because in Tulsa, it's a few select people that do not believe in that at all. It's like they do the comedy, and then when somebody says something that offends them, they ready to cut them off completely. Like, okay, so it's this group down here, I call them the Starlight Crew. They had a whole mic running on Wednesday nights, but the problem is nobody went to that open mic because every time somebody said something that was offensive to them, they banned them from the mic. And I have seen this before. I have seen this beforehand. Like it's a couple comics. We went to Starlight the last week before they closed, and right before we got on stage, the one of the mic hosts, she literally grabbed the list away from the comics that came in and put her hand in her face, like, get the fuck out of my face. It was like, okay, you can't be doing this to comics. I expect people to get good at what they do, let alone follow your rules and guidelines if you're not getting the stage time.
Right. Right.
So now they out here trying to build a workshop and shit, trying to workshop with all the comics and stuff. But it's like, no, you already had a mark on your record. I'm not fucking with you because the fact that you're not a comic. A random citizen told me any comic that gets offended by anything that anybody says, that's a politician. They're not a comedian, they're a politician.
Agreed. Agreed. 100%, man. I
The
absolutely
thing
agree.
about comedy is subjective. Anything is funny. Everybody is a fair target. And for you to pull out your group just because you feel like it's offensive a certain type of way, that's offensive to you. Don't mean the rest of the people in your circle think it ain't funny.
Well, it's how do you I know a lot of people hating on Rogan in his last special, which I thought was fine. I didn't think it was the funniest thing ever. Look, man, I've never thought Joe Rogan was the funniest comedian ever. I just like that comedian, right? Like,
Right.
God, man, okay, so for instance, Ludacris is not the best rapper ever. He's never in the top 5 best lyricists MCs ever. But I love Ludacris. Okay, when he comes on, I enjoy it. It's he's never gonna be argued as Dave Chappelle or Richard Pryor or George Carlin or Bill. Fair. You don't have to put Rogan in that category. Fair. But I like the dude and I like his comedy. Isn't he allowed? Am I allowed? So
Yeah.
regardless of that,
Yes.
that's what he said. He was like, the dumbest take on my comedy club that I opened was, he opens anti-woke comedy club. And he's like, that's like
Mm.
saying, I'm opening a steakhouse for meat eaters. Well, yes, no, of course it's, no, and that's what, how can you have a woke open mic? Open mics are where you go to let it hang out and say, now, I completely understand. There's a caveat here because everybody tries to snag you. If it's one of those things to where the business that you're in and the business owner goes, hey, man, you're hurting my business or hurting my regulars or my staff,
Mm.
with like really ugly shit, which, the kind of shit that you just think, oh, people wouldn't say that. Wait till you have an open mic. I mean, there are people that are waiting just to get up there and say crazy shit. So with that
The
caveat,
thing
if you're
about
trying to be funny and you're on edge and you're trying to be funny and you say some edgy shit, but you're trying to work through it and not just be a dick, let it happen. How does comedy happen otherwise, right? In my opinion.
right. No, you completely right. Like comedy is subjective. Like you can't expect nobody to actually create funny material if you're not giving them the chance to create that material. It's like you gotta let people work. You just can't ban nobody just because you don't like what they said. That's just stupid as hell to me and detrimental to me.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Absolutely, man. But I'm glad you're killing it though. You're still killing it. People are loving you, man. You just did I mean, you're working. Like you're doing what, 2-3 shows a week at least right now?
Not including the mics yet. I'll say about around 2 to 3. And
Dang,
sometimes
see?
a lot of shows be like last minute. So it's just like I come do the job, then hit the show on the weekend. It's just like boom, everything is just constantly moving.
Heck yeah. I was heartbroken I wasn't at the DeMario show, man. I was
Man,
heartbroken. I would have been in there.
you,
I liked his throat, dude. I like to slug it out. Butter was there. Butter was just trying to, save a man from a charge. I
bro.
understand, but I just wanted to be in
Hey
there.
man, hey man, sometimes you gotta let stuff play out, and he viral for it. So I told myself, I said maybe I should need to start fighting some people on stage because actually that's the only way to get famous as a comedian now.
Oh, yeah. See, the problem is you're black, so you can't offend the way I can. Like, I can say 3 or 4 words just randomly and like go viral and with the wrong people, maybe, but I would still I'd be good. Think about the one chick.
Okay.
She dropped the N bomb on a little video talking about don't mess with no broke N words. And all of a sudden she's everywhere on Twitter. I couldn't get Lily, that Lily chick. And then the Hot Tua girl. Like, what is this, man?
Oh my
Like, does
god.
it piss
The
you
hot,
off,
the
dude,
hot.
trying to be a comedian? Like, okay, so I write, I take my life and I observe it, and I become an observer of my own life. Then I take these thoughts and ideas and I grind them into the funnel of funny and try to grind this hamburger out that you'll enjoy. And most of the time you don't. And I got to fight just to serve the motherfucker to you on a stage and nothing. But a bitch says hawk to a half drunk and she's got a TV show. And she's got a
A whole
TV
TV
show.
show.
Oh,
She is on a stand-up comedy tour right now. That's what pissing me off
are
about
you
her so much.
serious?
Yes,
Probably making
last
$5,000
thing
a
I seen
night.
reported.
Probably making stupid money, bro. She probably makes five. I bet she makes five a night. That's probably going right.
Man, look, honestly, it pissed me off. It pissed me off. As soon as I saw that, I was like, you know what? What am I doing wrong? Like, I'm funny. Like, do I need to eat some coochie on camera or something? Like, what do I need to do?
Man, I'm telling you, look, okay, so let's see here. So right now I'm streaming to, and I haven't checked my chat. Ew. Okay, so right now I'm streaming to about 50, 60 people, right? And it's because I didn't advertise this and I went late. And normally I go at 7 and I didn't, promote this. And probably all in, I'm going to probably have 400, 500 people see it across all the platforms I show it on, right? Way more than an open mic. How many times have you driven for an hour to an open mic to play to 5 angry comics who are like, oh shit, this motherfucker funny. Let's make sure he doesn't get any work. You know what I mean? And 3 drunk people and a disappointed waitress. It's like, how am I going to feed my mixed baby with this money? You know what I'm saying? So, he locked
You
up.
talking about Memphis comics now? You talking about Memphis comedy now?
Yeah, exactly. That shit.
Man,
Oklahoma
I don't know what it is about Memphis comedy. They do not want to book out of town people, and I would say the same for OKC comics too. It's probably two OKC comics that have booked me for shows. Out of my whole year and a half of being here, there's only 2 OKC comics that have booked me for shows. Memphis, I haven't been booked by no comics on that show. I've been booked by pretty much rap producers and other people outside of comics that book me outside of Memphis. So it's just like, honestly, I feel like you just can't chase the comic producers. You got to chase other producers too, because it is possible to get booked for other shows too.
Yeah,
And
man.
that's what I have to learn. I'm like, you can't be looking for the comics to book you.
And once you start working and are known, like you make money writing, you get weird, not necessarily weird, but you get projects like, hey, I'm writing for a board game, or I need something funny for this speech I'm doing, and I'm getting $2,000 to do this speech. If I threw you 500, would you help me write it? Or you know what I mean? Other people producing stuff, and they know that you've been in the game a while, and you just you hash it out, working on sponsors for some other clients and stuff. So I understand. There's so much more to stand up than just stand up. Stand up is such a small part of it, and that's the frustrating part. Is that you have to want it so bad that you're willing to do all the other stuff to get it. And the only way I can describe it is, and it's why I love MMA and boxing. I love combat sports. Why I do a little slap fight show. Or my homeboy, my cousin, Slapmaster Mike, does a slap fight show, right? Anyway, he looks a lot like me. But anyway, is because it's the closest thing to comedy I can explain. And that you got to understand, man, this fighter is fighting, is training every day of his life. He watches everything he puts in his body. He can't touch this. He can't touch that. He can't do a protein shake with too much shit in it, or he might not fight and cost him $10 million, right? So they do all of this work you never see to get in a ring, and maybe it lasts 2 minutes in that ring. Maybe. And that's what we do
30
as
seconds,
comics.
depending on who you are.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's it's like every, okay. You mean to tell me you want to show up at places and there's a bunch of people there that throw money at you and tell you how great you are, and all you do is stand up there and tell your stories on a microphone? What a great deal. Me too. Let's all get that. Okay. But there's a lot of work. There's a line, brother. There's a line. You know what I mean? So that's why I appreciate your hustle, man. And I gotta be honest, man, as far as the Oklahoma City scene, I had a couple of old school comics, Evan will know, Michael Mann, and of course Joe worked with Michael Mann. Anybody that's old school knows Michael Mann, OG Styles. But he's in Mississippi now, and he was one of our guys, and he worked with us a lot. And we were having this conversation, and just that the Oklahoma City comedy scene is just shambles, dude. It's just shambles. It's why, I mean, Tulsa, for what it is, it still has a legit scene. And here it's kind of the club. There's one club, at least there's like 3 clubs there now. and then 100 nights,
Yeah,
and then because you got
yeah.
Tulsa Comedy Club,
You
Bricktown,
got Tulsa Comic Club, Bricktown, and Luna Bean.
Looney
Oh,
Bin.
and I would say 4 because I said I'll
Go.
add theater to that too because they got the whole mixture of stuff
Yeah.
going on. But I add them because the fact they got a comedy room.
Yeah, man, that's huge. We don't have that here, and everything is so backbitey and shitty. And I was telling him, I was like, that's the problem with Oklahoma City comedy is like, it's just ugly here to the point. Okay, so I came from LA and Hawaii, right? And I came
Mhm.
from a place where if there was a bar or restaurant doing comedy on like a Wednesday night and they were cool, you would go to them if you wanted to do comedy. And you were like, hey, I noticed you do comedy at this place. Do you have an open night? Would you be interested in doing another comedy night? And then it was, you're stealing gigs. You're a gig stealer. How dare you do that? You're going to ruin the comedy scene by stealing venues. It's like, you don't own the venue. I can't steal what you don't own. I can't steal your girl. Okay. If she decides I'm better for her, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean?
No,
Because in LA, yeah, in LA,
and I literally just had
yeah.
I
It's
literally
like,
just had a conversation with a comic about this last week. I ain't gonna say no names, but there's one comic about 5 years in, but he probably the richest comic in the city, honestly, because he put money in pretty much every open mic and show in the city, whoever asked for it. But it's like he got mad at a OG comic who's
wait, he
about
got
15
money?
years in the game.
Homie, just send him my name.
He got money. He got
Okay.
money. That's the only reason I'll say like he's getting all these spots. But it's like I can't think of the name of the spot. But it was this one spot they was pretty much arguing back and forth over it. But it's like the other comic didn't know it was his spot until the whole drama started. So it's just like I didn't know, you didn't tell me. Like,
Yeah.
because I told him, I'm like, once I found out about it, I'm like, oh, it's really an unwritten rule about taking venues from other comics. Because I
Which is
found out about this about
screw that.
3 weeks
That's
ago.
not good for the
Mm,
scene. That's not good for the venue. Right? That's not good for comedy because if
no,
a venue is willing to give us another night, we should use that to our benefit and work to make that venue and show love. Because that's the problem with comedians. They all think they're, fucking George Carlin. But if you help build a venue and then instead of one, we all were like, this venue is awesome. This venue is awesome. We all support this venue. We could, I did this in Hawaii and we built out. You know what I mean? There's this place called Bar 7, this really hot club. And I got Friday nights exclusive there. I got from 8 to midnight. And I was able to do 2 full comedy shows. They had 100 seats. We sold out at least one. And most of the time, both shows every Friday night. And it was a nightclub, but it was because we did good. And we had a Wednesday night open mic there. And we had a drink. We did a whole comedy drink special, the Ha Ha Teeny, you know what I mean? And the Gut Buster and, the Laugh
mhm.
Teeny. And we got the local alcohol rep to sponsor the drinks. And we built a relationship with the venue. Anyway, sorry, this is boring. I'm
No, you
just
good.
saying, man, there's a way to do this stuff. And out here, it's frustrating that it doesn't get done that way. We're just venting because we're local comics. Anyway, but I will say, man, not a lot goes down out here. It was, for me, as I told Joe, here's the thing, man, the local venues, the local gigs, they're the block, they're the street corner. And I'm old, dude. I had to get off the street corner. I decided to get into distribution straight up. Hey, look, man, you can be that dude. You can be the hero of the block. You know what I mean? You can be on the block for
Yeah,
20 years, but you're still always going to worry about that motherfucker that can roll up and shoot you or stab you and take it, right? And it goes from the block
right.
to the house. And then what's the house to me? The house is the comedy club or your solid venue that you rock for a couple, 3 years or whatever. And everybody knows and you establish yourself in that way. Right. And then from there, you get the block. That means the comedians come to you and you have other gigs calling you and your name is respected. Maybe you're getting some out of town work, but then there's distribution. Distribution is production. Distribution is I don't need anybody here or anything here because my line is elsewhere. I'm connected to a bigger thing. You know what I mean? And whatever comes in and out of the city, if I want a piece of it, I'll take it. So that's you know what I mean? And I have business elsewhere. So don't worry about not getting booked
Yeah.
here. Next time we do something here, you're in, man. I want to do something and go. Definitely want you to be a big part of it when we put it together. We're excited
I'm
about
down.
that. We'll be bringing some guys in from around the country. So absolutely, man. Then I got some writing stuff. You ever wrote? Like you ever did any writing stuff?
I'm constantly writing. I just haven't had a actual writing session with other comics since I actually left Memphis.
I missed that, man. Yeah, no,
Because
I got
I honestly got to a point where I really don't trust other comics at writing sessions because I have had a couple of my jokes stolen. So it was just like, okay, not finna put my trust in every comic like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, well, and there's other writing gigs too. Like I write for a couple of
Mm,
award shows and stuff like that where you're actually writing for other people. So like what they're reading in the teleprompter is what you write kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
That's
do
why
stuff
Chris
like
Rock
that.
got
So
slapped.
yeah. I did not write for that award show. Would I be talking to you right now if I did? No, man. I'd be in LA. I'd be hanging out with
I
Matt
don't
Rife.
know. I mean, I don't know. You talk to Landry Miller, he back in Tulsa. He was a writer for Ellen, so
Sure he was. Anyway, yeah, that's okay. What's funny about that is a very good friend of mine who actually comes through a lot was the head writer for Ellen for almost 10 years. So he actually writes for the Babylon Bee right now. Really cool guy, Adam
oh
Yenzer.
wow.
You can look him up, Adam Yenzer. He actually has that credit on his IMDb, oddly enough.
I
So
was gonna
anyway,
say yeah.
it's like receipts. Anyway, so ah, it's cool. No one will book me in Tulsa anyway. All right, my brother, do me a favor. Tell the people, are you playing a video game while you're trying to podcast with me right now?
Yes.
See, this is why we can't make it. This is why we can't build, man. This is why we can't do things. You know what I'm
You
saying?
have to learn how to multitask now. For real.
Oh,
I was expecting to hop on. I just legit got tagged in and put the wrong controller input in.
I'm mad
So I
at you.
ended up taking
I'm messing
over.
around. I'm messing around. I just know Joe does it all the time. Joe is the king of playing video games while we podcast. I'm like, see why we can't build together, man. So, anyway, man, I'm over here doing 3-4 podcasts a week, producing other people's podcasts, writing for big shows. Like, if I could get somebody on board with me, imagine. And everybody's like, yeah, man, but Call of Duty, homie. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay.
I play wrestling. I play wrestling and Need for
Wrestling is
Speed.
cool. Who do you play? Who's your character?
Myself? What you
Oh,
mean?
you have your own.
I don't play as nobody else. I beat up everybody.
Bro, what you and your lady do is nothing to, bro. What do you? I play wrestling as me. So, all right. Anyway, I'll stop. How do they find you? Okay,
That's
so
hilarious.
tell us about your next couple shows. People want to come out. Where can they see you? And how do they
Okay.
find you? Your socials.
Okay, so first I'm gonna start off like this. You can follow me on Facebook at JU JU RASHAD, Instagram at Funny Man Juju, Twitter Funny Man Juju with 2 Y's at the end of funny because somebody took the name already for some odd reason. I never found it before. But I have a show coming up this Friday, beer pong tournament. You find that on all my social medias. I have that's here in Tulsa. I have a show next Sunday in Midwest City.
Midwest City,
Don't know the
Oklahoma.
exact venue, but yeah,
Out
Midwest City.
here?
Yep.
Yeah. Man, I
Yep.
grew up in Midwest City, dude. I went to Midwest City High School.
Oh, you should come out. You
Yeah,
should
man,
definitely
I
come
got
out.
family out there. Yeah. Please text me, dude. Please do.
I
I got
got
a
you. I'm
big
gonna send you
fight Friday
flyer.
night, but yeah, other than that, yeah, man. So, like, no,
I got you. I'll send
I'm
you
the,
the flyer.
I'm a publicist for Oklahoma Combat Championships. So, like, there's fighting, and I
Really?
go and I cover and do press and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Oh, everybody got all these credits, and I'm over here lagging behind. How do I get these credits?
And nobody has the credits I have in this town. Don't worry about it, dude. That's why they don't work with me, man. Because you saw me work. They can't fuck with me. I'm so bad I can't fuck with my damn self. You know? Here I go.
Hey, it happens to the best of us. you gotta surpass yourself, but you set the bar too high.
Hey, man, the worst thing you can do in a local comedy scene is be funny and original. That is the worst thing you can do in a local comedy scene. You know what I mean? So
Well, I got a bag.
I know, right?
I got a bag. Everything I do is original.
I love it when you stare at me because I'm just so fresh and clean. Anyway, man, okay, you got a couple shows coming up. We're looking forward to those. And do us a favor, man. You got to go live some. Drop a live here and there. You know what I mean? Let us know, man. And don't let nobody get you down. You are a talented young man. You're a strong young man. Dude, I was excited to see you. Comedy, like I said, man, you just get, after a while, you're like, and then you see somebody, you're like, holy crap, this is why we do it. Because dudes like this, one day he'll be famous and won't return my calls. Like all the other people that don't return my calls anyway. But I can go look, see his phone number, his old phone number before he changed it when he got famous. I have that.
I want to be that one celebrity that actually answers the phone calls just to catch people off guard. Just like, hey, yeah, I know Juju Rashad. I know you don't call. Hello? Yeah, this is Juju. What you want?
But man, whatever
Like,
you
if I
do,
could be
please
that
keep.
celebrity, I would just love to see the smile on people's faces when they actually hear me on the phone. Like, oh shit, this is actually Juju.
We're gonna get you paid for that. It's called Cameo. And like they'll give you like $500 to make it. I got you. Just when it happens, we're gonna work together. Anyway, so
Get Marvel on the phone.
I have 2 clients on Cameo now. Make a little money off it. So, but anyway, man, I will talk to you soon. Please keep doing it. We need you. You are original. You are awesome. We need your voice in this comedy scene. I know it sucks, man, and I know it's hard. That's the barrier to entry. But remember, like, you know, there's a whole lot of certain kind of people in comedy. We don't need any more of them. We need more you. So keep that in mind, man. Be encouraged. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Ptpod number 44.